DogWorks Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dog Works. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com.
Start your day tomorrow with The Daily Dog with Michele Forto, the morning podcast on DogWorks Radio. Apple Podcast reviewer Patty Christensen calls it funny, smart, and filled with all the info I want to know about dogs. I love this show. Wake up with The Daily Dog. Available on DogWorks Radio on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your shows.
You are listening to The Daily Dog with your host, Michele Forto. The Daily Dog offers training advice, tips and tricks, and maybe even a book or movie review, too.
Hello and welcome, everybody. It's The Daily Dog with Michele Forto. Remember, we are sponsored by Alaska Dog Works. On today's show, we're going to start off with the tip of the day. And on today's show, I want to discuss timing. Timing is everything. In dog training, timing is of the essence. Whether you're praising, redirecting a drive, or correcting, the timing involved is of the utmost importance. Today's topic of the day is going to discuss behavior problems in your dog and steps on how to work on behavior problems. Behavior problems exhibited in canines are frequently the impetus for owners to seek help from a canine behaviorist. One barrier to helping owners resolve these problems is the commonly held view that the behavior is something an animal has rather than something it does. A canine behaviorist starts first by taking a detailed written history to identify the conditions in which behavior problems occur. Through this written history and an interview with the owner, a canine behaviorist can identify and begin changing the conditions which the problem behaviors occur. These inappropriate behaviors will be replaced with appropriate behaviors, and the owners and pets will experience more success living together. A canine behaviorist will then perform a functional assessment. A functional assessment is a set of procedures used to identify the functionality related to environmental conditions that maintain problem behaviors. These procedures have been well validated within the field of applied behavior analysis, particularly in canines exhibiting aggression. A canine behaviorist will develop a written report with clear and observable description of the behavior, the general and immediate environmental conditions, and predict the behavior. The purpose of the behavior serves the animal. With this information, environmental changes can be made to make the problem behavior irrelevant, inefficient, and ineffective. Without this information, the wrong behavior may be inadvertently reinforced, and at the same time, alternate behaviors that are acceptable to the owner can be reinforced to meet the same or different function for the animal. A framework or behavior modification plan for accomplishing the systematic intervention is presented to the client. The behaviorist and client will begin working through the behavior modification plan in one session to many sessions depending on the situations. Follow-up sessions are held at the 30-day, 180-day, and 365-day mark, and any modification to the behavior modification plan is implemented. So, it's a pretty detailed situation when you have to bring in a canine behaviorist to modify your dog's behavior, and that really can only be assessed by a trainer that has experience in doing so. Next up will be our breed of the day. Airedale. Origin is shrouded in the same theory and conjecture as that of many other breeds. The Airedale is a manufactured breed, having been created in England's Ayr Valley, located less than 100 miles south of the Scottish border. This was an industrial center with many mills and factories, so the Airedale was created by working men, not aristocrats. In 1900, Airedale scholars concluded that the breed was largely composed of the Otterhound, contributing size and bone, combined with the Old English Black and Tan, or Rat-Catcher Terrier, giving ears, harder coat, and expression. The Irish Terrier was also evident in head development. Sporting breeds such as retrievers and setters, sheepdogs such as the Yorkshire Collie, and the Bedlington Terriers were all used. The breed is unique, having been working dogs, war dogs, and sporting dogs before World War I. Lieutenant Colonel Edwin Haughtonville Richardson bred, trained, and provided working dogs in the British Isles for several heads of state and armies worldwide. He touted Airedales as the world's #1 working breed. Their work as watchdogs and police dogs is legendary. After the outbreak of war, Richardson headed to the British War Dog Program. Again, Airedales rose to the occasion, serving as messengers, sentries, and guards. They were Red Cross dogs, carrying medical supplies, searching out wounded, and helping place signal wire for communication. This is documented in Richardson's 50 Years with Dogs, British War Dogs, and Watchdogs. The Airedale's big break came when they were imported to North America. They became first-choice farm and ranch dogs because of their versatility and grit. Their do-it-all skills included guarding the farm or ranch against 2- and 4-legged predators, babysitting toddlers, herding sheep and cattle, and being a gun dog when there was time for upland bird, waterfowl, or fur hunts. Today's Airedale, when bred to the standard, is still prized as a first-rate hunting partner by countless devotees who hunt all manner of game, and is the dog of choice for many in police and search and rescue work. They are also well suited as therapy and assistance dogs and are adept at herding, sledding, carting, and backpacking. When it comes to fun, many of them enjoy the obedience ring as well as agility and fly ball. Finally, they are great family companions. Have you ever enjoyed the company of an Airedale? Let us know. Thanks for listening to The Daily Dog.
Did you know that Alaska Dog Works trains service dogs for those in need throughout North America? Each and every service dog that is trained through the Lead Dog Service Dog Program and Michele Forto and her team has an individual training plan. We train for autistic, mobility, psychiatric, and PTSD for our soldiers for service work. If you know of someone that may need a service dog, please take a moment and check out Alaska Dog Works on social media and at alaskadogworks.com.
Hi guys, it's Alex. If you're a fan of sled dog sports and the Iditarod, Mushing Radio is the show for you. Each Wednesday we drop a new episode on Dogworks Radio, so be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts from.
If you like our podcast, there are a few things you can do. You can take a couple of minutes and go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star review. You can also check out all of our Dogworks Radio sponsors and promotions in our show notes. Another thing you can do is go over to Facebook, like our Facebook page, and one last thing, please tell all of your friends by spreading the word about Dogworks Radio. Thank you so much for listening to us. We really appreciate you.
Dogworks Radio is produced by Robert Forto. Logo art by Angry Squirrel Studios. Dogworks Radio is produced in conjunction with KVRF 89.7 in Palmer, Alaska.
For dog training advice, you can contact Alaska Dogworks at 907-841-1686 or visit their website at alaskadogworks.com. If you have a show idea or would like to be a guest, please contact us by sending an email to live@dogworksradio.com.